Six girls recently moved to Portal, Connecticut. They have a clubhouse for crafts. Allie does paint, Marisol does jewelry, Rachel works with clay, Rissa loves hair dye and tie dye, Shaylee makes scrapbooks, and Kaida cross stitches. After all this talk of crafts, I was not surprised to learn this book was published by a crafts store.
Argofont Book Review, Argofont Book Review.
Every girl got a strange metal triangle in the mail today. The triangles combine to form a portal to another world. The girls go through and they're transformed into magic princesses. They have to use their new magic powers to save the world. Some of their magic powers are okay. Rachel can talk to animals. Allie's Princess of Earth, so she can see energy and talk to plants. Larissa can cast spells, which is neat. I feel bad for Shaylee because she doesn't get magic powers. She's the Princess of the Folk, which are creatures, sort of like elves and fairies. They live in this land. It's good that the creatures here are nice to Shaylee, but that's not as cool as magic powers. Large bears called the Guardians show up. They take the girls to the Wellspring in the center of the forest. It's surrounded by large vines. Larissa tries performing a magic spell. The last line of the spell is, "Get us out of here because we're so stuck." Instantly, a tornado appears, takes them 2 days' journey away, then drops them in a mud pit. That's so obviously not what she intended. I think the magic powers are messing with her. The girls are near a village of folk. They help the girls out of the mud and put on a big welcoming celebration. Everyone gets fancy clothes and beads. Marisol and Kaida learn what their princess names are. I don't know why they didn't get their princess powers at the start like the other girls did. Marisol's Princess of the Living Waters, while Kaida is Princess of the Bright Sky. I'm not sure what that means. Later on, she starts a campfire with magic, but starting fires and bright skies are different things. The only way to travel back to the Wellspring is by boat. The girls set off down the river when a giant water monster knocks the boat over. Marisol turns into a mermaid. She makes friends with the monsters, and the monsters take them all the way to the end of the river in a short amount of time. The girls get another ride from the Bear Guardians, although they have to take a brief stop to save one bear that's stuck. Shaylee takes care of this, because Shaylee is the only one small enough to fit her hand in a crack between two boulders. Again, I feel bad for Shaylee. That's not as cool as magic powers. The girls return to the Wellspring. This time, Allie uses her earth powers to get them past the protective vines. Large evil spiders are guarding a magic fountain. A fight breaks out, but luckily the bears are there to protect the girls. The girls break a cursed spider web, and the monsters flee. The magic fountain is still stuck. The girls restore it by dancing around and singing a rhyme. All the magic returns to the land, the girls get new princess outfits, and they return home to the real world. The end. Post-book follow-up. I have no idea what's going on in the cover. It has nothing to do with the story. Yes, there are river dragons, but they don't get tied up with yarn. I think the book would be improved if there were 4 girls, not 6. I couldn't keep track of all the girls, and I kept forgetting which girl was which. They're not that different from each other. Shaylee and Kaida were the least important members of the group, so those would be the characters I'd remove. The girls mostly get along. They make some mean jokes about Larissa's terrible spell work. That seemed a bit cruel. Larissa did 1 spell. It was her first try. Give her a break. If I was her, I would have kept trying different spells until I figured out how the magic worked, but the girls insist that Larissa can't try doing any spells again. I guess they couldn't let her do any spell work, because otherwise they would have skipped half the book. I don't know what this series is called. I saw both Creative Girls Enchanted Adventures and Creative Girls Club Adventure as the title of the series. There are only 2 books in the series, so I guess the title doesn't matter that much. I assume they were planning to have 6 books overall, 1 for each character. This book was okay. It reminds me of the Rescue Princess series that my preschooler likes. It's princesses going on a somewhat generic fantasy adventure. It's perfectly fine reading material for little kids. I give Creative Girls Enchanted Adventures #1, Wellspring of Magic, a thumbs up.